Sometimes men don't want to have sex with a woman, their girlfriends or their wives, because of how they're being treated. And this video is inspired by the comments that men have left in my video, Women in Sexless Marriages, which I'll post up here. So there's the idea that some people have, or maybe I've had in the past, that men are just horny beings 24/7 who will fuck anything at any given opportunity. And that's so unfair to men because they're not robots. They're not dicks with a body attached. They're actual human beings that have feelings too and preferences. So some of the things that would make a man not want to have sex with his wife is if she's just naggy and nasty to him and he's just turned off. If he doesn't look forward to coming home, if she's just mean to him, he doesn't want to be close to her. It could even be when she comes to bed at night wanting sex, he pretends to be asleep. It can also happen if she lets herself go. She doesn't care about her appearance anymore, and she's no longer attractive to him. Some women get very triggered by that, like, you should love me anyway. Well, love and desire are two different things. Love and desire are two separate things, you guys. You can love someone, doesn't mean you're sexually attracted to them. Okay? And it's up to us, each of us, to maintain ourselves in our relationships, our fitness, our health, how we dress, to be attractive to our partners. Now, here's a comment by Homefry Niles 3983, where he talks about sex is not about pleasure and release only, it's also about bonding, connecting, and feeling accepted. Now, in that comment, we hear a really popular male view that they use sex to want to feel connected, to feel accepted, to feel desired. So if you're with a woman who's nagging you or constantly bitter or in a bad mood or nasty, I guess you'd have to be pretty horny to want to fuck her anyway, because you're trying to be bonding with her. Ray Taylor 3077. A man has a right to change his mind, and we also get headaches. Jason Berry 7687. He probably doesn't feel valued. Men are pretty simple. Caesar Miller 5972. Sometimes you're not sexually attracted, but emotionally attracted instead, as you would be to a close friend, even a best friend. Animal 9370. He said, I feel extremely guilty, but I simply stopped feeling attraction to my girlfriend, who was and still has the most beautiful soul in the world. I'm a person who likes to stay in shape and take my diet seriously, and she stopped caring about these things. My advice to women is simple. Take 30 minutes out of your day, 4 days per week, to do exercise and eat well. Try to stay as close as possible to the shape you came into the relationship with. If you like your relationship, why not? Do your best. And Wirefly 1000. In my video, Women in Sexless Marriages, I had said that a man may not want to have sex with you because he was sexually traumatized or he could be gay. And guys are calling me out on it. So Wirefly 1000, why blame the man and say he's gay? I didn't hear anything about how the wife takes an inventory of her own behavior. Does she behave respectfully towards him? Does she flirt with him? Does she tell him how important to her he is? Does she tell him what she's thinking? Did she cause him not to trust her? Blaming men for everything is a huge red flag. I said great input. Yeah. Okay. Frederick Anderson, 597. A third explanation could, of course, be a lack of attraction for the partner. Women, sooner or later, uh, suffer from a lack of attraction to their man and therefore prefer not to have sex with him. This can happen to men too. I think this explanation is much more common in cases where the man no longer wants to have sex with his partner and wife than homosexuality or underlying sexual abuse. Now here's a comment from a woman. All the previous comments I read are from men. This one is from a woman, Katie and Nick 4113. And she shows a lot of understanding about men. What if a man loses his libido because of something to do with his relationship with his wife? What if she's become mean and controlling and scary? I can't imagine what the pressure is like for men to perform sexually. It's a pressure women can't understand because nothing needs to happen physically with us in order for sex to be possible. Sure, lubrication is important, but there are easy fixes for that. If a man can't get it up, his entire identity could be called into question by his wife, which is what you're exemplifying here by saying he could be gay or the victim of CSA. Or at least she will accuse him of not being attracted to her or of cheating on her, something like that. I can't imagine what that pressure is like. And when a man feels a lot of pressure, like his entire relationship is riding on his ability to get it up, it makes total sense that he would struggle to get it up. Relaxation and trust are super important when it comes to sex for both men and women. There have been times in the distant past that I would feel very hurt when my husband was just too tired for sex. And in retrospect, I feel guilty for making him feel bad about something so relatively minor. It was all about me, and I wasn't thinking about how he felt when I would storm out of the room on the rare occasion he couldn't keep an erection or have an orgasm. Men are often thought to have the most fragile egos, but I'm pretty sure women tend to have much more fragile egos than men do. Or egos are simply too fragile to admit that. We women also don't seem to understand how crucial our happiness and approval are to our partners. When it feels like something so important is riding on his ability to keep it up, the pressure can become too much. Men must be worried, consciously or unconsciously, at all times, that they might do or say something that offends us. Anyway, she goes on, and she says, if I feel safe saying I'm too tired tonight, but we'll do it in the morning, and don't have to fear he's going to hold a grudge because I'm not meeting his needs at this very moment, then sex is so much better. Sure, there are a very small number of gay men who get married to women because they can't accept themselves as gay, but I really don't think this should be at the top of a list of explanations as to why a man would seem disinterested in sex. So, I invite you to go to that video and read more of the comments. Like, people leave really great comments on YouTube and on my channel. So those are the ones I wanted to read for now. Let's just remember that men have feelings too. And I think it's a sign of a healthy man to not want to have sex with a woman that he's angry with or not turned on by, because otherwise, he's just masturbating in an object that he resents, which seems kind of weird, right? Probably would rather masturbate. So that women have a responsibility to be understanding, to be kind, to not take it personally when he would rather go out with his friends or take a nap or work out in the garden. And that when people approach us for sex, that we handle it delicately and say, hey, I'd really love to. Right now is not a good time. How about, and then offer them a better time so that we can handle each other's feelings delicately. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll be back for the comments.